DMX stayed in the hospital like 2 or 3 weeks. His mouth was wired shut.
Earl said, I don't have anywhere to go. I know we're not together, but can I come stay with you? Me and Earl, we had broken up for a year because his drug habit had gotten so bad that I couldn't do it anymore. At that time, everybody was pretty much fed up with him, so no one would take him in. And I was like, you can come stay with me. When Earl was recovering, he would just write like a machine. At that time, Irv used to come by and say, Earl, I'm about to be an A&R up at Def Jams, and once I sign, it's on.
And then boom, Irv Gotti, they man, is the A&R at Def Jam, the best hip-hop label ever invented.
Def Jam started out as a company in my dorm room. We just got a label deal with CBS, Columbia Records, actually, for a whole lot of money.
From the inception of Def Jam, we wanted to share a truth from a place that we were from, so we crossed over from the edge in the hood to the edge in the alternative world, and then we went like this.
In '88, Def Jam was the biggest hip-hop label. They had a roster of really credible hip-hop artists, and it was hit after hit.
It was Beastie Boys, it was Run DMC, it was Public Enemy, and our job was to make records that were sonically explosive. We had a disdain for the mainstream.
But in the mid-90s, Def Jam was having an issue because the label was going from being like this old school hip-hop staple into Puff just really changing the game and making it where hip-hop was about, you know, the bottles and the shiny stuff and all of that.
It was right around that period of time, I wasn't quite sure exactly if there was a role for me anymore in the music business, because things became very shiny and happy and full of technicolor. I was questioning on a daily basis whether Def Jam was going to survive.
Well, Def Jam was a little bit cooling off, you know? We didn't have hit records.
Def Jam was because they was hemorrhaging and losing money. And Leo and Russell was under pressure. Leo, he was scared to death that he was going to lose the company.
I think Irv was an incredibly important person to put into the mix because I needed new people who knew how to look at the world in a different way.
So the very first meeting, they was telling me my duties as an A&R director, which I listened to, and I was like, I gotta sign DMX. How do I sign the artist? And it was like, slow down. And I was basically like, nah, but I'm dead serious. They just wasn't hearing me.
And then, he quit for about 30 seconds.
I was out of the office for like a week, and I think Leo was like, yo, where's Gotti? And he called me, and I was like, man, no offense, but, Def Jam is whack. I said, I'll take my chances on the street. And he said, what's the problem? I said, yo, I said it the first day, I want to sign DMX. And I was like, yo, come to Yonkers with me. You'll see it.
We'll speak about it. Okay, bye.
Him, Leo, and I rode up to Yonkers.
I got there around 12 o'clock. They had all these other artists start performing for me, and there was no sign of DMX. And around 3:15 in the morning, I remember being like annoyed, and then all of a sudden, in comes X. There was a certain powerful presence about him.
I remember I had a hoodie on, I had a 40 ounce, and my door was still wired shut.
But they don't know ex-George broke at this point, so he started rhyming.
And they put me on the front line because you doubt mine. Bet yours are lost yours. Come and get yours or toss yours, and they cost yours. I had to run like this. And then, do I bring the noise or what? Destroy these butts, Steve. Toys or what?
The wires almost breaking in his mouth.
Girl, I'm pretty thinking and gritty to one city. Let me show the shit. It's a pity from Fitty.
He was, You knew what he was saying, but it wasn't about what he was saying. You just felt his rage, his confidence.
You can take it to the street, dog, turn off the mic. If you want more, then you want more, then you can stand. Both over, leave you with your in the sand. Who the man? Even my jaw ass shut. It's gonna be me.
So Leo's in there like this. He's making no gestures. I'm looking at Leo. I'm like, do you hear this? So when X finishes, Leo, that was really good and everything, gives him a total game face.
He says, all right, that's cool. So what else?
I said, X, open your mouth.
He smiled and he said, this is going down with his jaws wide. And now Leo was like, okay.
I don't know how he's feeling until we left. When we left and he went outside, Leo let out how he felt. He said, oh my God, we've got to pick up the litter.
I remember leaving the studio thinking this could be one of the most important nights of my life.
After DMX auditioned with Leor, we signed a deal with Def Jam. Def Jam was perfect for DMX was because Leor Cohen knows exactly how to handle a street environment that impacts the culture of hip-hop. He knew that we had to break all the rules to make all the millions.